Hi.
Cuff2 cheered X300.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Well, let's talk about the Tone. Our Tier 8 cruiser, heavy cruiser, that now comes with aircraft as well, because why the hell not, right? This ship has been in development hell for so long. But it's finally out, and you can pick it up for doubloons, and I think you can also get it at the premium shop. She is very similar to the Atago. You might notice appearance-wise, she's got the 203mm guns. She is lacking a 5th turret. She only has 4 turrets. And she's also lacking a front-firing torpedo arc. If I go over here, you can see that her torpedoes are going to be rear-firing. This ship is... It's harder to be as aggressive, I guess you could say, in the Otago, because you can't really torpedo from the front arc like you could with the Atago. The Atago, you can fire torpedoes this direction. Tone, it's really kind of, I think it's almost broadside and reverse and back, okay? So that's one big thing to consider. I need to put a commander on here, don't I? Well, the hell with it. Let's just go ahead and throw Yamamoto on. Let's see, what do I want for my cruiser skills? This one is, Last Stand's not a bad idea because it's a Japanese cruiser. You can lose your rudder, you can lose your engine. That could be devastating. Although Yamamoto gets increased grease to gears, which is kind of nice, right? So I think I might go with grease to gears to start. Tone, really good for a priority target. You need to know who's targeting you, all that good stuff. At the 3-point skill, Tony gets a heal, so it's a good idea to add another one. Of course, concealment would be the next logical choice. And then from there, you've got some options. Alright, top grade gunner is not a bad idea because you get yourself 8% additional reload as long as something's within your detection. Very handy when you're hunting down destroyers or something along those lines. So I think I'll pick that. I'll probably go survivability expert. That is kind of a buff to the heal and that sort of thing. Oh, hi, Prue's in the room too. Now, here's where it comes down to where do you want to go from here. Consumable enhancements, that longer hydro doesn't really matter too much, okay? You could do pyrotechnician because you're probably going to spam a lot of HE in the ship. I don't think lighthouse is the way to go with that. You could also go adrenaline rush and then pick up, I might do that because then you could pick up this. So you got 2 choices, right? You could pick up adrenaline rush, last stand, or you might do fill the tubes to get that quicker torpedo reload. That's kind of sexy, actually. Drops about 8 seconds off of your reload. An expert anti-air marksman, with the proliferation of aircraft out there, it might not be a bad idea to run that as well. Although keep in mind, that means, you know, if you're under attack, you're going to want to go back. If you're flying your squadron around, you might want to drop those torpedoes right away, go back, and that sort of thing. So I'm going to take the ship into ranked, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Adrenaline Rush and Last Stand. I think that'll work quite nicely. Guys, as I'm talking through all this kind of stuff, please feel free to comment and ask questions. I like to walk you guys through this live as opposed to other reviews that are out there because I want you guys to understand my thinking and how I'm doing things, why I'm doing them a certain way, etc., etc. Let's see. So next up, I'll probably do main armament. And then, of course, here, I probably want to protect my engine room. Aiming is always good in these ships. Let's see, what's my maneuverability? 10 seconds on the dot. So because it's 10 seconds on the dot, I'll go propulsion. DKL, if you haven't, you're still learning to play it, cool. And of course, concealment rounds it out. You want to play this ship like it's an Otago, but you know, just happens to have the planes as well. She's got some very sexy permacamos. I really like the alternate paint scheme, the blue. I think that looks really nice. but it only provides you with 50% XP, and I gotta have more. By the way, the subscriber camouflage that you guys are entering, exclamation point ticket, is going to give you 150% XP per battle, 50% commander XP, and 100% free XP. You'll get 10 of those. Very handy for grinding ships. I'll go ahead and put on that fugly camo because it gives me things. And put those flags on, and don't need credit reduction at tier 8. Enable. I don't care about that. Don't want to burn as long. Torpedo bombers getting more flood chance is kind of nice. So I think I'll go with that for my flag layout. Alright, before we go in, let's talk about the differences between the Tone and the Atago. I'm going to take Yamamoto. I'm going to send him to reserve for a second. So we've got a stock ship, a Tone without a commander, and an Atago without a commander, alright? So let's take a look at the characteristics. Main battery, 16-second reload, 30-second, 180-degree time. Now you compare that with the Atago. Atago's got the exact same reload, but turret reverse is about 1 second faster. You have the blue on yours? Yeah, it's sexy. Hey, Seabear, what's up, dude? Stevie is turning around, getting comfy. Turning around again. We talked about the torpedoes. They're the same as the Tone, I believe. 4x3, 62 knots. Oh, okay. You get one extra torpedo in the Atago. Hey, Rating, what's up, dude? How you doing? Good to see you guys. Like, seriously. Now, the Atago, interestingly enough, look at concealment and look at maneuverability. Her rudder shift time is 8.1 seconds on the Atago, and detectability is 10.4 stock. The Tone, for some odd reason, is actually less detectable than the Atago. She's stealthier than the Atago. But she pays for that with rudder time that's a little bit more sluggish. Hey, Felipe. Big ol' Andrew, good to see you, dude. So, you know, those are some characteristics, but for the most part, she plays very familiar, very much like you would expect to see an Atago play. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Yamamoto back on the ship. Let's take her into a ranked. Big O, no, I have not. I have it downloaded. It's ready to go should you use your Cover My Replay on it. I just got home from Arizona yesterday visiting my family. And I don't watch replays off stream, unless it's for like Patreon or whatever. And the reason for that is simple, because I want to look at a replay fresh. I want to look at that replay through your eyes as it's happening. I don't want to have any idea what happens in your game. I don't want to know if you win. I don't want to know if you lose, if you live, if you die, etc., etc. There you go. All right. So what replay was that, Big O? That was Pommern, right? Was it on Islands of Ice? Alright, it was on Islands of Ice. Cool. So, I'm going to put that in the priority now. It's going to be a couple hours before we get to it, Big O, but we will get to it. And even if you're not here, I will send you a ping. Stevie looks a little sleepy. Yeah, he's about to go to his bed. There he goes. You'll be tuned in all day? Cool. Double CV ranked games are stupid. You mean one carry on each team? I agree. I definitely agree with that. Every girl's favorite crazy about a fab dressed man. I am dressed up by Fabletics, right? and we're continuing that into July, so I've got some new stuff coming. I would be wearing one of the really nice collared polo shirts, but unfortunately both of them are currently in the wash because I brought them to Arizona with. Got a lot of positive reaction from my sister for that one, so. 3 CVs, Kaga, Enterprise, and Tone. Cool, just dodge. Alright, so In my reviews, I take a random battle, or in this case, ranked. We go right into it, and I'll talk about the ship. I'll explain what I'm doing and why. And of course, as you guys have questions, please ask away. Oh yes, all the girls, Duckman. Let's see. This is kind of a tough one to play for an Atago. What do I have for Musashi and FDG? I'll go that way. And I just realized, so the game updated, of course, while I was gone, and I guess I never installed Aslanes. I played one game last night because I needed to do like one co-op game to finish my dailies, and I saw that I didn't have mods, and I'm like, oh yeah, I better put mods on before my stream tomorrow. Lol. Totally did not do that. Oh well. But we aren't Gohan. Dodge! Oh man, I love Dragon Ball Z. It was such a fun show to watch. I used to watch that in college. A friend of mine lived on the same floor. We would watch it while eating some pizza. It's good stuff. Very good stuff. Alright. Mods are installing, so what I'll do is I'll probably exit the game and restart in a little bit. So, the Tone, if I go to torpedo arcs, you can see how it's a rear-firing torpedo arc. So it's important to consider that. You also notice that the aircraft haven't spawned in yet. So you have to be thinking about that as well. And because my torpedoes are available, I'm just going to do some luck chucks. Oh, God. Our Lo Yang is dead. Let's see if he can use his Hydro, because if he can... too late. Just went around the corner. Oskins! Zap love. Thanks, dude. Warbler, things are going fine, thanks.
Can't just resubscribe for 4 months. Zap love.
Nice hit from the Palmer. Let's see if I can help that guy out. I really want to get these destroyers out. As long as the Lo Yang lives, then we're good for getting the destroyers out. Whoa, what the heck kind of splashes is that? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Lo Yang is in trouble. Because for some odd reason, he just wanted to... Let's see if we can get the kill. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Fireworks! Alright, well the Lo Yang got out of there, which is probably a good thing. Alright, we need intelligence data. I have just the thing for that. Gonna put the ship into a kiting away position for right now. Oh yeah, I like the Tone too. Torp range is 10 kilometers, Meat Pie Man. Good to see you, by the way. And yes, there is no friendly fire. You learned the hard way about the rear-firing torps? Yeah. Alright, so my job is just to keep this guy lit now. I feel like I'm going to be judged because I've got Oskins here to talk to me about my plane's positioning and all that, lol. Let's just go in for the torp strike, shall we? because he's almost dead anyways. Alright, well, unfortunately, the team decided to run away, so that's fine. We're doing alright. Captain, what's up? Might be because I literally just installed Aslanes while I was getting into position. Interesting to see the Jean Bart and the Pommern both going the same place. That's unfortunate because it means the Brindisi is free to charge both of our destroyers, which... God, that's not good. Not much. How was my week off? It was good, but felt weird. You know? Like, Ladies and gentlemen, always wear protection in ranked. And, like I had mentioned, there goes both of the destroyers. Because our battleships were in the same position. You don't do this in ranked. If you're in a battleship with a teammate that's in another battleship, you don't go and sniff their rear. You go to a different place so that you can get cross shots and you can hold people in position just by projecting your power. Oh well. At least the Pommern took out the Brindisi. Question is, will the Pommern take Brindisi torpedoes? Oh, look! Full fires. Toasty! HMS Fireball. Hey, that's a... You know what? Oh, I can't do that. I gotta print screen that. HMS Fireball with 4 fires. No, you cannot deplane these hybrids. As a matter of fact, look. Yeet! You just have to, you know, you have to wait a certain amount of time in between each of these strikes, so... We're just gonna go straight in now. HMS living up to the name, right? It's gonna die before I even get those torpedoes on him, but you get the idea. I can do things with the ship. And something's in Alpha Cap. My guess is it would be the Atago, but it could be the Akazuki as well. Yeah, that's the Akazuki. Oh, whoa! The Neptune is a radar Neptune. Guys, so you play the Otago, and you go into ranked battles and you win. Not because of your capabilities, but because you have all these teammates that bring all the really good stuff. But if you have the Atago or the Takao or the Atago Black, you're going to be very comfortable in the Tone. She's got one less gun, true, but she's got the torpedoes just like the Tone, not just like the Atago, not as many, but you know, she's got the torpedo bombers, and you saw what I was able to do there. I was able to keep that Kitsakaze lit, so that my team could shoot it and kill it. And that, I think, was the most important part of the game, was he couldn't stealth up. Exactly, Tommy Boy. And how you doing, by the way? Good to see you. One less torpedo, I mean, it really doesn't affect you that much. It's still very much a kiting away cruiser because... You're doing good? Awesome. I can actually turn and get my guns on up here. Let's do that. Gonna wait for this guy to turn south, although he might not. You've enjoyed your Tone as well? Good, good. Ah, he did turn south. Okay, let's... He's probably gonna kite away, but I'll pop in some AP shells just in case he comes around this corner here and slows down or something. He's probably gonna go for a Luck Chuck torpedo salvo. Of course, he's going to be detected as he's turning on. Yep, there he is. So that's not going to work. But just like the Atago, her 203mm guns are just so good. So good. Really good AP characteristics against broadside targets. Really good HE characteristics. You saw I had pretty decent fire chance earlier, so that's handy dandy. Switch back to AP just for the lulz. You ever notice that you switch to AP, they turn, give you side, or the angle. You switch back to HE, then they give you broadside. You're just like, seriously, guys? What? Hey, look at that. I got to rank 4. Wait a minute. I helped, didn't I, ladies and gentlemen? I definitely helped in this game. Let me tell you. Alright, you all play well. Neptune with that radar, though. That was clutch, just trapping that Aki. It's a good job. Boo. What's the boo for? Define help. Alright, and just like that, I almost broke 100,000, sorry, I almost broke 1,000,000 doubloons. When I rank out, or when I get my next rank battle wins, 3 more wins, and I'll break 1,000,000 doubloons. Hey, Viper! I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you? Yes, I got carried. But there's my review for the ship, guys. I'd love to know what you think about the ship. I know I didn't get to show off too many of the characteristics. I didn't get to show off the heel, etc., etc. But the thing is, that's right. If you help the team by spotting, you don't get damaged, so you score low. Right, but you win. And to me, it's all about the winning. I want the W. So I will gladly take being bottom of the team and, you know, being part of what caused the win. I know I didn't carry the whole game. Sorry, guys. But that's just how it is sometimes, right? So, any other questions you would like to ask about the Tone in particular? If not, we will transition to grand battles. You like how it gets you less free XP than you have now? Oh, all the doubloons? Yeah. And you just gotta wait for a conversion bonus or something and then go all in, right? Puckhead, hello! Well, we'll make that the end of our replay then, our review of the Tone, I should say. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and of course, when I put this out on YouTube, if you're watching, if you've got questions or comments, or you want to share your own personal experience with the ship, please do so. And I would like to take a moment to thank Wargaming for providing the ship to me for free for review purposes. I always forget to do that. I just remembered at the end of the video. So there you go.